Dropping promptly on kilometre 0 and an unexpectedly aggressive start to the race. The first 20 or 30 kilometres ridden at a fast tempo and blown on by a tailwind. A big chase group went clear containing Wout van Aert, but they were brought back, and then the second counter-attack stuck. Powered on by Kasper Asgreen, 5 riders got clear, and the peloton keeping a very, very close eye on them. Their gap no bigger ever than around about 1.5 minutes. Through the first of the intermediate sprints in bright sunshine, Mirko Maestri took the maximum points, and then there was a duel between Dries de Bont and Mads Pedersen for the one remaining point. Dries de Bont unexpectedly outsprinting Pedersen. The weather ahead started to threaten rain, and the rain then started to fall. Through the second sprint, it was a slight reversal as Marcin Marcelusi of VF Group Bardiani took the maximum points, and Mads Pedersen just edged out Dries de Bont for that final point. Steven Kruijswijk and Visma Leasebike still controlling the breakaway and keeping them tight. The time gap coming down to around about a minute as they headed to the Red Bull kilometre, which Mirko Maestri beat Marcin Marcelusi at. And the 4 riders still continued to work together and built up a bit more of a lead as they headed eventually towards Slovenia and towards the first of the categorised climbs, the San Martino climb. At which point they had an advantage of around about 1 minute and 20 seconds when they hit the 3.5 kilometre climb with an average gradient of 5%. Holding on to a lead over the top of the climb of around about a minute and into the wet roads of the finishing circuit in Gorizia. Then a big crash behind. Isaac Del Toro on the ground, but so too was Giulia Ciccone of Lidl Trek in pain, and Mads Pedersen, his teammate, already out of contention in the hunt for the stage win. Over the top of the Savere climb then, the riders still had a 50-second lead at the front of the race, but the race was in bits behind. A front group containing Simon Yates, Richard Carapaz and Isaac Del Toro were trying to hold off a second group with Roglic and Ayuso in, and a third group off the back with Antonio Tiberi losing a lot of time on GC. Giulio Pellizzari tried to close the gap for Primož Roglic and for Juan Ayuso to bring them back into the GC hunt. Over the last couple of years, battling illness and injury, Kasper Asgreen wins once again, and EF Education First take win number 2 at the Giro d'Italia. That was nothing short of sensational by Asgreen, the motor behind the breakaway. He wins, and he wins by a handsome margin over the chase that was powerless to do anything. To the third group across the line containing Antonio Tiberi. Mikel Honoré on hand, as well as Richard Carapaz to congratulate their team as a Dane popped open the champagne. Kasper Asgreen, the winner of the stage from the breakaway once again, ahead of Hayden Groves by 16 seconds.